The fifth pick in the NBA draft lost $30 million by age 25.
I accepted and I embraced it as as a message from God to keep moving.
Not to gambling, not to bad investments, to something that happens to athletes every single day. But what he built in his garage didn't just save his life. It's now helping tens of thousands of people walk again. This is the most insane comeback story you've never heard.
From Wilkins, Boozer missing the three.
1999, Jonathan Bender scores 31 points in the McDonald's All-American game. 1 point more than Michael Jordan's record.
Short on the jump hook, Boozer picking it out for Collison. Bender running the floor. There's the alley-oop and the finish.
Well, Collison made a great pass. Did you see where that came from?
NBA scouts are drooling. The Toronto Raptors draft him 5th overall. But the Indiana Pacers are so desperate they trade an all-star just to get him. This kid is supposed to be the next Kevin Durant before anyone knew who Kevin Durant was.
Great steal right there by Durant.
2-on-1, and he goes all the way. Got an amazing touch around the basket. Crossover and slam.
The plan? Replace Reggie Miller as the face of Indiana basketball. By 2006, he was forced to retire.
Physically and mentally exhausted from coming back so many times and trying to get myself back into a place where I felt healthy enough to play. So after about 2 years of rehab, I walked away, and I always knew in my mind I was going to try to come back.
Career over, dreams shattered. Here's where the story gets incredible. Chronic knee injuries didn't just end Bender's career. They stole his ability to live a normal life. We're talking about a man who couldn't walk downstairs without excruciating pain. He described it as people stabbing his knees over and over during practice. The constant battle with injuries was mentally exhausting because I felt like I was failing over and over.
It may not hurt then, but over time, when you're doing that over and over, that can cause an overcompensation issue by shifting more weight to that side. Therefore, putting more pressure on the muscles and joints. And you don't want that. It causes injuries, causes all types of problems. So I'm going to help you correct that.
Most of the cartilage in both knees gone. The kid who once outscored Jordan couldn't even walk to his mailbox. Here's the thing about rock bottom. Sometimes it's exactly where you need to be to build something extraordinary. 2009, Houston. Bender is sitting on a park bench, watching people walk and run when something clicks. What if there was a way to redirect pressure from damaged joints to surrounding muscles? Within hours, he's at a local hardware store. Electrical tape, rubber bands, zip ties, ankle braces, metal rods. Total cost about $50. In his garage using duct tape and cables, Bender creates the first prototype in 5 minutes. He straps it on, and it works exactly like he imagined. But Bender isn't stupid. He needs proof. Real scientific proof. So he takes his invention to Purdue University for biochemical analysis. The results? His device successfully shifts pressure away from damaged joints to the quadriceps muscles. It's not just working, it's revolutionary. An elderly man who hadn't walked upstairs in 20 years after a motorcycle accident climbing steps again. People are traveling across states just to try this device. But Bender had one final test, and only he could be the subject. After training with his device for a full year, Bender feels something he hasn't experienced in years: confidence in his knees. So, at age 28, he attempts the impossible: an NBA comeback. Donnie Walsh, now with the New York Knicks, gives him a tryout. What happens next stunned everyone. Bender not only makes the team, he has the strongest lower body power of any player on the roster. In 25 games, he averages 4.7 points, modest numbers that represent a monumental victory. He proved his device worked. When the Knicks offer him another contract, he declines. His playing days are over, but his real mission is just beginning. July 2013, the JBIT MedPro hits the market. Bender sets a goal of $500,000 in first-year revenue and quickly exceeds it. 40% month-over-month growth. Partnerships with major retailers. By 2016, tens of thousands of people worldwide are using his device. Physical therapists incorporate it into treatment plans. Professional athletes, the very peers who watch Bender's career crumble, quietly start using his invention to extend their own careers. The kid who couldn't walk downstairs had built a global empire, helping others reclaim their mobility. Today, Jonathan Bender's story stands as one of sport's most remarkable transformations. From a $30 million NBA career cut short by injury, to a medical device inventor helping thousands recover without surgery. He never became the next Reggie Miller. He became something better, the first Jonathan Bender. Sometimes what breaks us is exactly what the world needs us to fix. The man who couldn't walk downstairs now helps tens of thousands climb mountains.